This video is brought to you by my latest book, How to Play Melodic Rock Lead Guitar, a comprehensive guide to doing exactly that, playing melodic rock lead guitar. This is not just some collection of scale patterns and tabs, although you do get plenty of those, but you also get an entire chapter on how to come up with your own licks, as well as video content, tutorials and demonstrations, loads of jam tracks, and all the way through I'm encouraging you to expand your fretboard knowledge and showing you how you can think in a more musical and melodic way. Check out the link in the description for more details. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. This video is going out on September the 14th, I believe, if I've read my schedule right. But as I'm sat here sweating in a rather humid little office, it's currently the 24th of July and it's a warm one out there. Unfortunately, I can't have the fans on when I'm kind of doing this sort of thing because it plays havoc with the mic. So, yes, a process that I began back in February has finally come to fruition. I'm talking about this guitar here. This rather lovely twin humbucker Telecaster, which I've had built because, well, I'll tell you why I've had it built and everything, and what the whole story is behind the guitar right after we've heard what it sounds like in a mix. And as always, you'll find a full tab for that piece of music in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with a clip of me playing it and the jam track to play along with yourself. That's all up on my Patreon page. There's the address, link in the description. As I'm sure you are aware if you're a regular viewer, it's $3 or about £3 a month and you get access to all of these tabs and jam tracks and other goodies that go along with these YouTube videos, which I usually post this kind of stuff about 3 times a week. And a massive, massive thank you to everyone who supports me in that or any of the other ways, which are all available down in the description. So, what's the story behind this guitar then? Well, This year, 2025, is me and Mrs. Robson's 25th wedding anniversary, our silver wedding, and that's her little wedding anniversary present to me. Well, the money came out of our joint account, so what was the permission to spend the money was her present to me. Don't worry, she got something equally impressive for for what she's into. She likes her jewellery, my missus. So that was the avenue we went down for her present. But anyway, this guitar was built for me by these chaps here. I've mentioned them on the channel tons of times. Agrajag guitars in Middlesbrough. The chap there with the beard, that's James. He's the boss man there, and he built this guitar for me. And where do I need to go? That's what I need to do. Let me just tell you a few bits and pieces about it. What have we got here? We've got a swamp ash body, and we've got a pair of iron gear Tesla Shark humbuckers, iron gear pickups on a kind of high-end guitar. They're great pickups, they really are. I mean, if that demo didn't convince you of that, the Tesla Shark pickups, if you take the last 3 letters of Tesla, SLA, and the first 2 letters of Shark, SLASH, kind of tells you who these pickups are. I think they're basically clones of the Seymour Duncan Alnico Pro 2s that top-hatted, curly-haired gentleman was quite fond of for many a year. During the process of building the guitar, James got in touch with me and said, we can save quite a bit of money on the build. Rather than starting off with a body blank and a neck blank, why don't we just go with a ready-made neck and a ready-made body? And when he told me the saving that we were going to make, I said, yeah, genius, just go for it. So this is, as I say, a swamp ash body that was bought. It's finished in true oil, which gives it a lovely tactile woody feel. And the neck is a Fender neck. It's a made in Mexico Fender neck, but it's been quite extensively fettled since it came out of Fender's Ensenada factory. It's had the fretboard edges rolled very much like a Sire guitar. Now, if you've ever played one of their Tele style guitars or Strat style guitars, you'll know, you would recognise that in the feel of this neck. And it's also, as per any guitar that I'm going to get nowadays, it has 22 Jescar jumbo stainless steel frets. We've got, up at the top end, we've got locking tuners, courtesy of Mr. Vanson. Again, budget parts, but they work, they get the job done, and I'm not going to spend, more than I need to just to have a word like go-to or Cluson there on the little kind of back of the headstock. I've used Vanson tuners many times, and they get the job, they tune up, they keep the guitar in tune. That's what they're supposed to do. I prefer to spend the money on the things that matter, like the stainless steel frets and the rolled fretboard edges. And James has also done this lovely kind of all-access neck joint here, and as you can see, these are not screw heads; these are Allen bolts that the neck is attached with. We've got a Wilkinson compensated bridge through body stringing, and yeah, beautifully put together guitar. It feels like what it is, a boutique high-end guitar. Let's have a look at some stats for it here. Despite the swamp ash body, when you say swamp ash, people immediately think backbreaker, but 3.49 kilos, which I believe is somewhere in the region of about 7.5 pounds in old money. 43.3mm nut width. You can see the 1st and 12th fret neck profiles there. 9.5-inch fretboard radius, and there are the DC pickup readings on those rather nice iron gear Alnico 2 humbuckers. That's not the whole story though. We've got some clever shenanigans going on with the pickup selector. Let me move. Where's the bit? There we go. We can see it there. It's basically like a Music Man Axis. All the way back here, bridge humbucker. Move it forward one. We've got the inner coils. Quite a stratty kind of sound. Middle position, position 3. You've got both humbuckers. One forward, you get the outer coils, which is kind of a simulation, I guess, of like a middle position on a telly, and then neck position is the neck pickup. We've also got a handy little thing on this tone control here, a little push switch. That's not any kind of coil split or active boost or anything like that. It just, wherever I am on the pickup selector and wherever I've got the volume control, because I should have mentioned earlier the settings I was using on that piece of music. Just one channel on the amp for everything. The vintage channel on the blue guitar amp one, and I get my clean and dirty sounds by using the guitar's volume control. So what I can do now is wherever I've got the pickup selector set, and where however low down I've got the volume control set to clean it up, and I want that kind of big shouty lead sound, just do that. Bridge pickup straight to the output jack, bypasses everything, full throttle, and you've got that that boost there. It didn't quite work out as originally planned, because you know what happens is in either of the two split coil settings where you've got the inner or the outer coils, when you hit that, you still go to the bridge pickup full throttle, but it's the split version of the bridge pickup. It's kind of like a single coil bridge sound, which wasn't what I initially intended, but James lamented the fact that there isn't a switch invented that would do what I wanted on this kind of pickup configuration. Not a push-push switch, at least. Maybe there's a push-pull one, but there isn't a push-push one. And it's worked out rather well, because as you're going to hear very soon, we're going to have a look through a walk through the pickup settings. I think that kind of full throttle bridge single coil sound has a very good sort of Texas blues kind of snarl to it, and I can see myself using that in many a situation. Here's just a little bit of B-roll that I shot earlier of me going through all of the pickup selections with the tone pot in and out. You'll see on the screen where the pickup selector is, whether the tone pot's up or down, and which coils and which pickups are being used. Here it is. So it's that part of the video where I give my final thoughts on a guitar. Now, is this going to be an unbiased, impartial review? Of course it's not. This is a guitar that I've had built for me, to my specifications, the sounds that I want, the features that I want, the looks that I want. Of course it's not going to be impartial. I love it. It's, and you know, I would in years gone by I would say, and I will never play anything else. But I know, you know, it's once the dust has settled and this isn't quite the shiny new toy in the box anymore, I'm going to come in here some days and think, I fancy playing the Les Paul today. You know, that's going to happen. As I said in a recent video, I'm not a monogamous guitar player. I like a bit of variety, but certainly at the moment, this is you know, I'm like a dog with two tails with this guitar. It is absolutely epic. I love it. Hopefully, if I've got my editing skills right, you're looking at some B-roll as I'm speaking now of some close-ups of it, and it's a gorgeous looking thing. I think it is anyway, but you know, I can imagine if you are into kind of pointy headstock, you know, kind of day-glow coloured, you know, locking trem kind of shenanigans, then this isn't probably going to be your cup of tea, but it very much is mine. So, one question though, is this a custom built guitar or is it a parts caster? Because if I call it a custom build, some people are going to say it was made from an existing neck and an existing body. It's not a custom build, it's a parts caster. I don't care. It's the guitar that looks like the Jeff Beck guitar that I've been staring longingly at in Guitar Magazine pictures since the 80s. So, you know, and it's me. Wedding anniversary present off the wife, and I'm absolutely over the moon with it. And that is the video for today, folks. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you found it entertaining and informative in some small way. Oh, did I mention I did get a little bit of a discount from James for making this video? So technically this is a sponsored video. I can't remember if I've mentioned that earlier. I can highly recommend James's work if you want any kind of setup work doing on your guitar, or if you've got a special date coming up in the calendar like I had, and you have the wherewithal to treat yourself, and you're thinking, oh yes, a high-end guitar, Fender, Gibson, PR or something. Yeah, maybe you might consider getting in touch with James and getting him to build your dream guitar as well, because that's what he's done for me and I love it. And as I say, that's the video for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed it and everything. If that's the case, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so, and why not drop me a like as well while you're at it. And don't forget the live stream, of course, every Friday 5 PM UK time. We drink beer and talk about stuff. It's a fantastic way to kick off the weekend, I think. Hope you'll agree. It's a great way to kick off the weekend, and I'd love to see you there if you can make it. Let's get your words out, John. And with that, I'll bid you all a good day and say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your time. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.